Alrighty, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. We're playing some more Tales of Arise, of course. This game is good. I want to beat it already. So, yeah, we just finished like the third area, right? So we did the fire, we did the ice, and we did like the jungle. So, what could be next? Maybe like a water world, maybe? Or like a futuristic world? That could be cool. I don't know. We'll see right now, but let's go ahead and jump up in this game. So, of course, the first thing we're going to have to do is travel through this little area. So let's go ahead and fight a bunch and pick up all the shiny stuff.
4 out of the 5 realms that I've visited now.
I wonder what kind of lord we're gonna find there.
It doesn't matter.
Get some potatoes.
They try to get in our way.
Fight some monsters. Alright.
Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
Make sure there's no shiny stuff over here. Oh, of course there is. There's a who over here, it looks like. Oh, I got attacked. I got attacked by a monster.
Barely a blip on our radar.
We hear it. Hey, I see you, boy. What did we get? Devil glasses? A devil tail. The halo's awesome. I kind of think I want to rock the halo before I use the demon horns, which is cool, but those are terrible. Alright, yeah, let's go with the halo. Is she wearing glasses, bro? The glasses kind of match her. The noble rose. Oh, we have a bunch of different stuff now, huh? Or do we already had these? The student ponytail. Mia's hat's pretty freaking sick. We'll just go with the basic. Oh, she got all kinds of stuff too. I didn't even know it. These fools could be wearing clothes, different clothes. A bathing suit. The schoolgirl. This one's pretty good. Or the owl. I like the owl. Make her wear the owl. This is different books. Ooh. What does he got? They just change his clothes or his arms, bro. Nothing else. Lame. I guess we'll give him these though. What about him? They just change his staff. Big ass freaking shield. She would rock the half frames for sure. Oh. Excuse me. The fiery teacher? I'm dead. This one looks good. Did I get any new ones for him? Damn, that one looks sick. We'll go with that simple looking one. That looks tight. Do I have a school uniform for the dude? He does. Maybe we go all school uniforms. The white's too much. We'll go with this one. Let's do all school, our school uniform stuff. And do all tan. Oh, she doesn't have one? Oh, here it is. The principal's coat. She has a bikini. That ain't right. Alright, we'll do... I think we'll just do this one. Alright.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
We got the halo, we got the school kids outfit. Let's fight. Correct.
That's what I like to hear.
A fish.
On another fishing area. Oh, we finally get a fishing pole now? Hell yeah, they're all wearing their regular
There
uniforms.
was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Ren and eyes.
Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble.
I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod.
You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done.
Hell yeah, we're about to learn how to fish. I think there's
Everything
fish
looks
over
fine
there.
with the lure.
Oh,
All
there's
right,
a fish right
let's
there.
do this.
Cast the lure.
Reel it in.
Fish on. What do I do?
I'll get you next time.
Oh my god, bro, I'm a bad fisherman.
I've got something.
Oh, I pushed. No! Oh, I pushed the wrong button again, bro. I'm a terrible fisherman. Man, this sucks. Here's one.
Reel it in. Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
Yeah, that time we got it.
Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
Guess it's important to stay calm.
We got a bass. Quit fishing? Yes. One fish is enough for me.
And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins.
Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Okay!
Yo, hey, you look like you know your way with a rod. I've been fishing a long time and have built up a good collection of equipment. I'll share it with you if you're interested. I just want one thing in exchange. All I ask is for you to show me records of any fish you catch. The more you catch, the more equipment I'll hook you up with. If you need anything, I'm always here. Don't be afraid to come up and ask and talk to me. Sounds good. Fishing expert. We got a popper. Nice. Nice. All right. We're done here. Oh, shoot. We'll heal, even though he's a bad guy, we'll heal him. You're a lifesaver. Now I can get back to my miss. Sorry, forgot I spoke. Carry on. Forget I spoke.
I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
Just doing my job. No need to thank me.
Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. from being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it.
Alright. Lady's tripping. Oh, there's a video. Of course.
I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Alright, that's good insight. So, each character has like a strength. Let's see if this dude has anything good. Alright, so we bought stuff. I wonder if we can like make things actually. Forge a weapon. We can make the flare claw. All right. Ooh. All right.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Go ahead and rest.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menens.
Oh, I want one of these.
That came out great. Everyone's gonna...
Ooh. Who do we want to talk to? Not really Law. I think Kisara or Dohalim. I feel like we got a whole lot of Kisara already. Like every video's been about her. So let's talk to the Dohalim.
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? You worried about what's going on with Menancia?
What makes you think that?
Well, you were speaking to Kisara earlier, weren't you?
It's rude to listen in on others, you know.
Sorry. I didn't hear what you two were actually talking about, though. I just figured it was Menancia since it was the two of you.
I am but a former lord who has abandoned his post. I'm no longer in a position to lead the realm in any capacity whatsoever. Yet Kisara still seeks out my opinions, knowing full well that is the case. This despite the fact I am no longer her master either.
Couldn't it be precisely because you're not her master anymore? It's natural for friends to want to hear each other's opinions.
I hadn't considered that possibility.
It's funny what you miss sometimes.
Hardly uncommon among artistic types such as myself. When lordships are decided based solely on one's astral energy, it can lead to funny results.
But even so, you still took your job as lord seriously, didn't you?
Certainly. I learned to perform my functions. However, I was less interested in ruling, so much as avoiding life and death decisions. Of course, such a mentality in the end led only to sickening pain and death taking place elsewhere out of sight. I pretended not to see or hear any of it, content to let our supposed peace and equality keep me blind and deaf to reality. I was a fool.
But you're making amends.
I would like to think so. The path ahead is dark, yet I still walk on. I merely pray that I shan't fall down any holes along the way. We'd best get ready for tomorrow.
Hell yeah, dude, we're closer now. We're becoming buds.
Shall we get moving?
Yes, we shall.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
There's a big ass monster, probably.
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman, and this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
Alright, so now we're done there. Oh, this map's pretty big, actually. Let's go grab this. Or fight. Or fight, that works too.
Don't get careless! With this, I can become even stronger!
Alright, let's try. There's new ones. New abilities. Oh, shoot. Couple of monsters watching us. This is a pain. Why can't the Zoogle stand still? Perhaps it's time to deploy my secret weapon. I'll stop it right where it stands.
There's nowhere to run from my art.
When he slows down, that's our chance!
He's like trying to keep up with a wall!
Take this!
Can't get out of this.
Flaring Orange! Reload! Lightning Descent!
To be seen.
Thunderblade!
First
Ice
strike!
Tornado!
Storm!
Eat this! Photon! Lightning Descent! Instinct! Thunderblade!
Storm!
Annihilation!
Here I come!
Mega Ray!
Plasma shock!
Eat this! Hear me! Blazing Fury! Lightning Descent! Thunderblade! Caster!
I'm on it! You're mine! It's over!
Supernova! Raging Cascade! Blazing Orchid! Sleep now!
Azure Storm!
Ice Tornado!
You're mine!
Astral Energy!
In a bind?
Lightning Condemned!
You're mine!
Thunderblade!
Mirage!
None shall escape my judgment!
Azure Storm! Here I come!
Annihilate! Air Thrust! Do it! Photon
We
Blast!
did it!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danan relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine this sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danan history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course. That treasure. What a sweet-sounding ring it has.
You really think so?
All right.
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
Do you think I'm supposed to go up there? I think, yeah, I guess so. Huh? Oh, no. Well, yeah, it looks like it. So what's over there? What's this? There's like spider eggs? Are we about to get attacked by a monster? No. I guess kinda, huh? There is like a chest in here. Cool, I guess. Let's go. Yeah.
This should come in handy when crafting
So
weapons.
now, chest. 7,000 gold, alright. I need to change my arts, actually. I don't like this one.
I need to be stronger.
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take
Some
it
pepper?
you're comfortable
Nice.
with them then?
Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
Sheesh, that fight was pretty sick.
I'm even stronger than
I was going crazy on him. Whoa. Bro, the clouds are fast? This looks like the wrong way to go, so the way we will go.
I've still got a ways to go.
Into the cave. What is this? Ah. We don't need that. Another chest.
Oh, man. hope I live long enough to regret this.
Too easy, bruh.
With this, I can become even stronger.
The chest. Stone wing mantle?
We got some good equipment.
Who do you think wears that? Alright.
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.
More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had...
Man, which way do we go? I would imagine we go straight, but I'm not sure.
that much time and
We'll go
energy on
left.
their hands.
This is barely target practice.
Then why bother fighting them?
I have a bad feeling about this.
Easy peasy, huh, Hoodle?
Easy peasy.
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured. when
Should
we
we
reach
go
the
down
top,
there? Let's see
it's
what's
all
up
downhill
here
from
first
here.
before we go down there.
Quite literally.
So Mahag Sar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep.
Is that it? I guess we'll fight everything first. Oh, there's still one left. There we go.
Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
You think this is the way to the end? This has to be like the ending. Let's go back down and go into that little cave.
Through these lands most verdant green, my eyes alight for sights unseen. In Menancia, pure and pristine.
What is it you see exactly?
That's not for me to say.
Raging Cascade!
Oh, I thought it was over already.
I'll run you through! You're mine! You're finished! Crush!
Let's do it!
Dragon Swarm!
Demon's Descent!
Flashing Fang!
There we go.
Well then, let's keep moving.
There's a dude down here. I came here looking for food and weapons, but it's nothing but Zoogles around here. Not that I have anything to worry about because of you now. Well, you're welcome, brother. That's all that was down here? Alright.
Check out these biceps. Pretty glorious, right?
Why are guys so obsessed with their muscles?
Because these puppies have yet to let me down.
There.
Because these puppies have yet to let me down. That's funny.
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes. I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Alright. So he's basically a douchebag. I don't know if this is the way I'm supposed to go. Like, I don't know which way is the right way. I guess we'll try it.
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag Saar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already. I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me? Why?
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you?
Holy crap, bro. I was not expecting this.
You picked the wrong now.
Pretty awesome, though. Dude's a badass.
Orochi's Fury! Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
Speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
This will come in handy.
Shoot.
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you? Till next time.
Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kind of crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought you were...
I'm fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides,
Hmm?
Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine. Really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Dahnan astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Niez, the capital of Mahag Saar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest.
Hey.
Bro, that was crazy. Do you think our bro is like, he's gotta be Renan, right? Like, that has to be the twist. That he's not really Dahnan. That's why he doesn't have the little gem in his hand. Let's see what the video is.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain, but you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
Alrighty. So that's the way to the thing. So now if I go back, I hope you guys don't hate me for this, but I want to go back and see what that trail was that went like up the mountain. Bruh. What is this?
What's that big tower over there?
That's what I'm saying. I think it's like a Dahnan, old Dahnan ruin or something. It's like broken. Ah, the trail is blocked. Okay. So it's probably something we have to come to later.
You guys want to rest here?
Not this way, I guess.
Yeah. Alright. Well, now we know. Alright. Alrighty. Into this area. You think it's gonna take us straight there, or are we gonna have to go through like an underground cave to get there now? Oh, straight there.
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Niez, the capital of Mahag Saar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Dahnans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renan district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Dahnan legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renans have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Dahnans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is...
Alrighty, so this is a good spot for us to stop. Our next part will be us figuring out what the hell's going on here. But yeah, this one was good. We fought that dude, the black guy again. The guy, like, he's like a crow. That's what he reminds me of. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a good night.